Hey, lady.
Oh, what do you want?
Well, of course, what you just saw was a reenactment. And what led us to this was Rhonda and I talking about how dark it is when you walk up to the house. At night, you can't see anything, as was witnessed in the little reenactment that you just saw. Rhonda is walking up in the gravel and rocks out of the car. Of course, it's under a carport, but it's dark. You can't see a thing. And anyone who has ever lived in the country knows when it gets dark, it gets really dark. So we talked about getting solar lights. And lo and behold, we were contacted by a company called Cineton. And let me go over to the studio and talk to you a little bit more about it. Hi guys, Tom Howard here with At Home with Tom and Rhonda. And I'm coming to you today because I'm doing a little product review. I got these solar and sensor lights from a company called Cineton, Cinoton. And I did not ask for the lights. They reached out to me and asked me if I would do a product review because the lady said that our demographic was their demographic. And I looked them up. They've got a Facebook page, so if you're interested in reading about them, it's Cinoton, Cineton, and they have a Facebook page. They sell on Amazon, eBay, Walmart. They're all over the place. They've been in business, I think it said about 14 years or longer, and you can read all about it on Facebook. But this is one of the lights. Now I have a light like this in my cabana, and my cabana is really lit up. Now it's not this brand, so I want to try this brand out because this price is both of the lights they sent me were less than $50, so that's a good price. And anywhere that you can get a light for your outside area that lights up a barn or lights up a giant carport, and it's anywhere from $25 to $50, you're getting a pretty good price on a light that's for security. This is, let's just take it out of the box and see what it looks like. Okay, yeah. Now this folds out. That's the sensor, I can imagine. So it will probably go like this, and you can arrange these lights any way you want. Move them around. And I'm going to tell more about it, but I just wanted to unbox it. This is the solar panel on top. So you'll hang this light up somewhere, and wherever you need a walkway lit. I'm going to put this one by the horses because I can't see all the way back there all the time, and I really want to be able to see them. So this one does not require electricity. This is strictly a solar powered light. And they sent me another one that is an electric light. And this one, I think this is cool looking. It's pretty big. It's got LED lights as well. And you just mount this like I'm going to go outside and mount it on the garage and light up the carport and the walkway up to the house. And it is electric. And when I first took this out of the box, it was a simple box. There wasn't a whole lot to it. I was wondering, where are all the wires? Well, if you take this cover off right here, this little cover has two, I think the little Allen wrench bolts, but you take this off and the instructions and the wires were right there under that lid. And it's lightweight, it's not real heavy. They are weatherproof. According to the manual, it says that these are outdoor waterproof lights, and both of them. So I'm going to put them up. We're going to give an honest review of what we think these lights really are. This one says Cineton, and it is 42 watt, 120 volt, 60 hertz. So I went and bought, well, I didn't recently buy it. I bought this when we were wiring the house. But I bought this wire, and I'm just going to run it from the outside of the garage, inside the garage, down to a plug, because this one requires electricity, and it has a sensor on it. So I'm going to read a little bit more about these lights. I'm going to read about the company a little bit more. I'm going to mount the lights. Of course, you know I couldn't mount it in all the rain. It was horrible weather. We had 35-mile-an-hour winds in Texas. Trash cans, everything were blowing everywhere. So I'm going to mount these lights now that it's pretty outside, it's not raining, and it's not real windy, so that I'll be safe on the ladder, because I want to mount it up high and see how it does up high. I'm sure there's specifications online to tell me the height that it should be to detect the motion underneath. But I'll figure that out, and then I'll come tell you about it. In the meantime, stick around. Let's see if these lights are really worth their time. I'll bet they are. We'll see. This is the view with the new Cineton light. It's a barn light that I used on the garage, and it comes on at dusk and stays on until dawn. Now that is a lot of light. I think it works pretty good. What do you think? Well,
It's gonna be great in the morning.
Rhonda, what do you think about the new Cineton light?
I love it. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so safe. I can't wait to get out here in the morning when I'm having to leave to work before 6 o'clock and it's pitch dark and I can't see in front of me. So this is going to be so awesome. I love it.
First of all, I don't recommend that you install these lights yourself. They were very easy to install, but there's electrical codes, and anytime you work with electricity, it's very dangerous. So Cineton even has in their information to have this installed by a licensed electrician. So getting on a ladder, working with electrical, I don't really recommend that at all. I did it because I built my house, I wired my own electric, and I had an electrician come out and check it after it was done. So, but that's just me. I'm here again, not advocating that you do that. But let's talk a little bit about the lights. I've got them up now, and you've seen how they work. You saw the installation, and you saw me on the ladder. It's not safe, but I tell you what, the installation really was easy. I got them up, both of them, in one afternoon, ran electrical wire, wired it to an outlet, and it comes on. One of them is electric, one of them's not. And I thought it performed excellently. It's got 42 watts of LED outdoor light, and it has a built-in cob, which provides 4,950 lumens. That's their low-end barn light, and Cineton has it on sale for $31.99. You can get it at Amazon, Walmart, several places. So go on Cinoton and look at it. I'm going to do another review in about 6 months to see if they still work and if it's still as impressive as it is right now. But from what I've seen, the lights, both lights are really good. The LED Barn Light has 50,000 hours of lifespan. That's quite a bit. And it has a dusk to dawn photocell. That's how, remember when we were kids, the street lights would come on and we knew that's when we were supposed to go in the house? Well, this one stays on all night, but where I put it does not shine into the bedroom. It doesn't shine into any room where we're watching TV, but it lights up the walkway all the way from the car to the house, which is phenomenal. It's exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm very impressed with the light so far, and I hope it keeps working as good as it did. Look down in the description because we're going to list the Cineton address where you can get on the email and go look for it. Let's talk about the second light now, and that is the outdoor solar sensor light. It had 2 screws. I mounted a little block of wood on the metal and used metal tapping wood to metal screws, and then I just took the 2 little screws that were in the box and held the light up there and marked it with a pin. And then after I knew where to drill the screws, I drilled the screws, and then I just slid the light down over it. And a little note, once you put those screws in and you slide the LED light on it, you're actually attaching it to the solar panel, because the solar sets on top where the sun is, and it says put it facing south where it will get plenty of light. And don't worry if you're putting it on, it's late when you put it on, because you hold that little button down, you hold it down for 2 seconds and the light comes on. So apparently it's got a small charge so that you know that it's on and it's working. And I really appreciated that, because I thought it was going to have to sit out there and charge for 8 hours, because it is an 8-hour charge time for that solar light. But no, it came right on. Hold the button down 2 seconds and it comes on. It's all in this little instruction manual that they send with the light. It's got a front and back and it tells you all about it. The solar light has 1,200 lumens, I believe is what it said. Yes, 1,200 lumens. And the LED lifespan is 50,000 hours on that light. So it uses lithium-ion batteries, and it weighs about 327 grams. It's real light. So make sure you put those screws in good, because once you put the LED light on it, if you have a long screwdriver, you can't get in there. You have to have a little stubby screwdriver, Phillips head, small, that you can tighten that light down. But once you get it on there, it stays on really well. And I happened to put it on, and now it's pouring down rain, and it's out there and it's doing fine. Both the lights are doing fine so far. It charges in 8 hours, and it says here, the install advantages: please install the device facing south and make sure the solar panels can receive good sunlight, like I said, directly without any shelter or cover. Multi-angle rotations. Now you saw earlier, the outside lights are like wings. You can face them, and that was good for me because I put it on the horse shed, and I had it one side facing the chicken coop and the other horse shed, and the other one facing the pasture. So it kind of lights up a large area out there, as you saw in the demo earlier. But that's easy install, bright light, motion detected. So if anybody's out there, it was pitch black. Now I can see if the animals are moving around or if someone's in my backyard. And believe me, folks, today it's not the time to take chances with your safety. You don't want to walk into a completely dark garage, a completely dark carport, down a completely dark aisle like Rhonda was to get into the house. Think about safety. And when you do, I would recommend Cineton, because from what I've seen, we'll know in about 6 months if they still work good, but from what I've seen, they're excellent lights and easy to install. Anyone can install the solar lights. I install my electric lights, but they don't recommend you do that. They recommend you get an electrician, and it's all about safety. I'm in my 60s. I shouldn't be on a ladder playing with electrical wire, but I'm a country boy, so a country boy can survive. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time on At Home with Tom and Rhonda. We love you.